Hello there and welcome to Playworms. The film starts with young Reed Richards presenting his ambitious idea of teleporting through dimensions to his class. His classmates mock him, and even his teacher dismisses his goal as impossible. However, one student, Ben Grimm, takes an interest in Reed's words. That night, Reed sneaks into Ben's family junkyard, convincing him to help move a mysterious device to his basement. Reed demonstrates his prototype by teleporting a toy car, momentarily frying the neighborhood's transformers in the process. When they look at the car's former spot, they find a pile of rocks instead. Stunned, Ben calls Reed insane. 7 years later, Reed and Ben, now best friends, enter a high school science fair to showcase their refined teleportation device. Reed successfully teleports a model plane, but an unexpected energy surge disrupts the event, leading to their disqualification. However, the presentation catches the attention of Dr. Franklin Storm and his adopted daughter, Sue. Recognizing Reed's potential, Franklin invites him to join the Baxter Foundation, a research facility working on interdimensional travel. Before Reed departs, Ben gives him his old pocket knife as a farewell gift. At the Baxter Foundation, Franklin proposes his vision to a panel of researchers led by Dr. Harvey Allen, arguing that interdimensional travel could unlock new resources for Earth. Skeptical of putting young minds in charge of such a project, Allen remains hesitant. Meanwhile, Franklin seeks out Victor Von Doom, the project's original mastermind, who has since become disillusioned and withdrawn. Despite his initial reluctance, Victor agrees to return, partially motivated by his feelings for Sue. The film introduces Franklin's son, Johnny, in the middle of a reckless street race. Initially struggling, he accelerates aggressively until his car blows out, landing him in the hospital. Franklin, frustrated by Johnny's lack of direction, scolds him for wasting his potential. Johnny, however, resents his father's constant focus on work over family. To prove himself, Johnny reluctantly joins the Baxter Foundation team, quickly befriending Reed. Meanwhile, Victor remains cold and arrogant, dismissing the newcomers, but the team puts their differences aside to complete a fully functional teleportation device, the Quantum Gate, based on Reed's designs. Their first test run involves sending a chimp through the portal to a mysterious dimension they name Planet Zero. The team watches in awe as the creature explores the alien landscape before safely returning to Earth. The experiment is a success. However, their excitement is short-lived when Dr. Allen announces that NASA astronauts, not the team, will be the first human explorers of Planet Zero. Franklin argues that the team deserves the opportunity, but Allen is unmoved. Feeling cheated, Reed, Johnny, and Victor drown their frustrations in drinks, unwilling to let outsiders take credit for their discovery. They impulsively decide to be the first to set foot on Planet Zero themselves. Reed calls Ben, his lifelong friend, to join them in their historic, unsanctioned journey. Suited up, the four young men enter the Quantum Gate and teleport to Planet Zero. The eerie landscape is covered in blackened soil, with an otherworldly green substance that reacts violently to their presence. Suddenly, the planet begins to erupt, sending tremors through the ground. Realizing they are in danger, they sprint back to the Quantum Gate. But Victor lingers, mesmerized by the energy surrounding him. A sudden surge of green liquid engulfs him, and he vanishes into the abyss. Horrified, the others have no choice but to leave him behind. They manage to contact Sue at the Baxter lab, but disaster strikes mid-teleportation. A surge of radiation engulfs them, affecting each of them in different ways. Ben's pod fills with rocks, Johnny is consumed by flames, and an invisible force field knocks Sue unconscious upon their return. Reed wakes up to a nightmare. His limbs are unnaturally elongated, Johnny is unconscious and engulfed in fire, and Ben is trapped beneath a massive pile of rocks. Overwhelmed, Reed faints, unaware that their lives have changed forever. Reed waking up restrained in a government facility, his limbs unnaturally stretched. Confused and panicked, he repeatedly asks for Ben, but the doctors ignore him. Determined to escape, Reed frees himself, crawling through the air vents. He finds Ben now transformed into a massive rock-like creature trapped in a separate room. Ben, devastated by his new form, pleads for help, but as footsteps approach, Reed promises to return before escaping into the night. 1 year later, Ben is being used as a military weapon, crushing tanks with his immense strength. Johnny has mastered his fire and flight abilities, while Sue hones her invisibility and force field powers, both outfitted with specialized suits. Meanwhile, Reed remains in hiding, constantly on the move, and recognizes his alias from a shared love of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Reed, now in South America, uses his stretching abilities to disguise his face. However, his cover is blown when mercenaries storm his hideout. He evades them at first, contorting his body to slip away. But Ben ambushes him, furious over Reed's abandonment. With a single headbutt, Ben knocks him out and delivers him to the authorities. At a government facility known as Area 57, Alan orders Reed to reactivate the quantum gate, believing that Planet Zero might hold a cure. Reed, realizing he has no choice, agrees to help, reuniting with Sue, Johnny, and Ben. Together, they oversee a new expedition to Planet Zero. Upon arrival, the explorers detect movement in the distance. Victor. They bring him back, discovering his body fused with metal from his suit, now an extension of his very being. When he regains consciousness, Victor reveals that he has grown stronger on Planet Zero and now views Earth as a threat to his new dominion. Without hesitation, he unleashes his newfound powers, telekinetically crushing several doctors and gruesomely exploding Alan's head. In a rampage, he heads for the quantum gate, determined to reshape Earth into his own twisted vision. Franklin attempts to stop him but is mercilessly killed. Before taking his last breath, Franklin urges Sue and Johnny to take care of each other. Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben chase Victor through the portal, returning to Planet Zero. They arrive to find Victor has opened a black hole, pulling in chunks of Earth's matter to terraform the planet. The team realizes their only chance of stopping him is to work together. However, Victor proves too powerful, using the terrain against them and pinning them down. Reed, recognizing that they can't defeat him alone, rallies the team. Victor may be stronger than each of them individually, but not all of them together. With newfound determination, Sue creates a force field to stabilize the portal, while Reed distracts Victor. Ben, channeling his anger and frustration, delivers a powerful punch, sending Victor hurtling into the black hole, where he is consumed and destroyed. As the portal threatens to collapse, Johnny flies through, sealing it shut just in time while Sue pulls the rest of them back to Earth. Despite their past conflicts, the military acknowledges their heroism and rewards them with a private base of operations. As the team surveys their new headquarters, Ben admires the place, calling it fantastic. Inspired, Reed smiles, realizing what their team should be called, the Fantastic Four. That's how the movie ends. If you liked our video, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel for upcoming videos.